All right, so today we're going to be going over the transformation function worksheet. So this is similar to the topic 2, lesson 2 assignment we did on page 145. On this section here, we're going to be writing we're going to be performing the transformations that these translation functions describe. Okay, so we're going to be taking this pre-image and we're going to be making the corresponding image. Okay, and then on this section down here, we're going to be writing the functions that's associated with these transformations. Okay, so this part says complete each translation given the function. So here we have the function t, t for translate, the triangle, referring to this triangle, the distance and direction of B to A, and that'll get us our triangle prime. This is referring to our pre-image, and this is referring to our image. Okay, and this right here is our pre-image. Okay, so in order to translate this triangle, the distance and direction of BA, we're going to translate each point of this triangle in that distance and that direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the line segment from B to A. For that, we're going to grab a shape. Let's use pink. So we go to B, and we end at A. Okay, and I'm just going to alter that a little bit so it's a little bit more aligned. Okay, so if you come over here and you select annotations, and you select the line, we can actually make copies of this line. Press copy here, and you just go paste, with that one over there, paste, with that one over there, paste. Okay. So now all these lines, if you notice, are parallel and the same distance as that original line. Obviously, right? I mean, we copied and pasted. Okay, so now I want you to take these lines and I want you to move them to these points. And what that's essentially going to do is show us where the new location of our translated point is. Okay, this point has now been translated the distance of BA in the direction of BA. And that's our new point right there at the end. Okay, so let's do that for every point. Let's take this, put it there. I'm going to take this one, put it there. Okay, so now we've got our new translated points right here, here, and here. Okay, so now that we have those points, we can connect them and create our triangle. So let's use purple. We go here. Oh, let's actually draw a shape. Okay, purple. All right. And this little text box is in my way, but if we do this correctly, we can draw our new shape there. So you see we had our original triangle, our input, and we got out our triangle prime. This is our image. This is our pre-image. Okay, and then that would be the answer for question number 1. Okay, now some things you might have a problem with is, for example, this one right here, where it says translate the rectangle, the distance and direction of RM. Now RM is from here to here. So if we draw that line segment, it looks something like that, right? And so we go to annotate. Now we can copy and paste that line. And we're going to need 4 of those. Okay? And so now take these lines and do exactly like we did up here. you're going to place them on the points so that we can translate them in the direction of our M, which is directly vertical. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom points first. It's going up, right? So these lines are going up, just like this one, R to M, R, M, up. Okay, and so now if we place the other lines here, we're going to see that they overlap. Okay, but then we're not going to be able to see where our point that we translated is. Okay, so we need to go ahead and make a dot or a line or something just to see, just so we know where that ends. Okay, um, let's see if we have a good shape to put there. Okay, I don't really like that one. Um, let's use blue, and then we'll just make a rough indication of where that line ends. Okay, so now let's move our lines. And now we can see where this line ends, where that blue dot is. Okay, and so now that we've translated these points, we can connect this end to this end and then down to the blue points to create our new rectangle prime that's been translated. So get our shapes. Let's use, I don't know if I necessarily liked purple. Let's use orange. Okay, so we're going to connect these points over the top. And then we're going to connect these points here. Okay, and this box is in the way. Make sure that goes all the way up. Okay, and there we have a rough translation of our rectangle into rectangle prime. The pre-image, the image. Okay, so that's all you're doing. You're looking at this function, and this function tells you, hey, we're translating this octagon some direction. And the direction that we want you to use is Q to R. So here, Q to R. So your points are going to be translated like Q to R in this direction. Okay. It's also saying to go the distance QR. So QR tells you the distance and the direction. It tells you how far to go, and it tells you in what direction to go. And you're going to translate all the points, that distance and that direction. Okay. Another thing that might confuse you up here, as this one says, translate the parallelogram, the distance and direction of LM. That's L to M. Ignore this L prime over here. It's not relevant to the problem. So just ignore it. It's just trying to confuse you. Okay. Down here, you need to translate the triangle from B to A. So that's directly horizontal to the left. So you're going to translate this circle directly horizontal to the left. Okay, so let's practice writing the functions. So here they gave us the function. Down here, they give us the transformation, and we have to write the function, the translation function. Okay, so in order to do that, let's get our text tool. Well, before we do that, let me show you why we're using this line segment. Okay, so if I get red and I draw the line from P to Q, we get that line there. We select that, we copy, we paste it, we get a line that's exactly parallel to that and exactly the same length. And now we place that at one of the corners of our pre-image, and what do you know? It goes exactly to our pre-image. And if we do that a couple more times, we copy and we paste and we paste and we bring those lines to our other points, we're going to see that if you place it on the corner of our pre-image, it lines up with the corner of our image. And so this triangle back here has been translated the distance and direction of P to Q, P to Q, P to Q, okay? So when we write our translation function is going to be capital T for translate, and then it's going to be PQ, but PQ is a subscript, so highlight that, and up here you can change it to a subscript. You see the X with the little 2, it says subscript. We change it to a subscript. Don't highlight it no more. Turn that off. And now you write your input. Our input here is a triangle. Okay, your input here would be a square, a parallelogram, and so on and so forth. So our input is triangle, and our output is this triangle. So we're going to put triangle. But we don't want to get confused with the old triangle. This is the new triangle. So in order to specify that, we're going to put an apostrophe. You see this up here? That's called a prime. That little apostrophe at the top. So we input triangle. It gets translated the distance and direction of PQ. And out, we get triangle prime, the new triangle. Okay, so similarly, we're going to do for the rest of them, right? The solid figure is your pre-image. The dash figure is your image. Your pre-image comes first. That's why it has pre. It means before the translation takes place. Your image comes after. Okay, so number two, I said to skip this one because the diagram is drawn incorrectly. This line goes from here to here. It should actually go from here to here, right? Because this point got translated down here, not up here. So just ignore number 2, diagrams drawn incorrectly. Number 3, look at where you're going, from here to here. So that's going to tell you which subscript to put here. Okay, this shape right here is a parallelogram. This shape is a trapezoid. This shape is a pentagon. Okay, I hope that was useful, and good luck.